name's Sarah Newhouse. I'm a project archivist at the Historical Society of Pennsylvania. The title translates to The English Countess Mary of Pembroke's Rare Secrets of the Wonderful Art of Geomancy. So the English Countess Mary of Pembroke is probably referring to Mary Sidney Herbert, who was the sister of Sir Philip Sidney, who is, if you've taken any English lit classes or studied English literature, he wrote Astrophel and Stella, he wrote Defense of Poesy. He was a pretty important guy in Renaissance England. His sister was also an author, and she wrote poetry, she wrote some theology, she did a translation of the Psalms, and she was part of the English nobility. Geomancy is sort of an ancient practice, but it had a resurgence in Europe in the late 18th, early 19th century, so right around the time when this was published. The book seems to be about questions that you would ask various spirits, demons, or angels. The book has pages which are labeled questions for, and then the name of a spirit, like Ariel, A-U-R-I-E-L, or Eptiel, E-P-T-I-E-L, Daphniel, D-A-P-H-N-I-E-L. And from what I can tell, these are names of angels and demons. And so there's a list of questions that you would ask every entity, and then there's also a chart that I think is documenting the answers that whoever wrote this book got when questioning these spirits. Other repositories have copies of this, and from what I can tell from their online records, they're all attributed to Mary Sidney Herbert, Countess of Pembroke, but probably wasn't her. But it's one of the interesting things about this volume, is trying to figure out why, first of all, why it's in German, why it's from 1814, which is almost 200 years after she lived, and why there's this volume about this occult matter that claims to be written by a Calvinist member of the English nobility who, as far as I can tell, had nothing to do with geomancy.